hold down. Your dough down. We ain't gon' put on the fourth down. We on the hunt, we want more now. We're from the jump, we on now. Swear no more gon' broke now. Might do a show in your town. Wait till I bring that. I'm on no road bounce.
A ticket to play for the NBA title awaits the winner. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Detroit Pistons. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Cavs coming in. They have the home court here. Always crucial in a Game 7 with... The Pistons begin the game with the basketball. And he's going to the free throw line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second one as well. For three. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Luke Kennard. The jumper's off the mark. Sexton. Fires the three. Tough shot. He hits.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Shot from in close. No good.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Dwayne Casey needs a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Time to shuffle things up. Reggie Jackson missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Sexton. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
It's Detroit's ball. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Sexton to Love. Beyond the arc for three. And Kevin Love, no hesitation, hits the catch-and-shoot three.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that, but that was nice.
Jackson with it. 12-6, our score. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Has a chance. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Sexton. For three. Textbook defense. Jackson with it. Down 6. to Luke Kennard. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Jackson with it. Now down 6. Cleveland has the rebound. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Love. From long range and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. Love. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Thompson. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. He gets it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Sexton to Clarkson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Jordan Clarkson. That was a difficult shot. Hits the 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Fires the 3. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Runner here won't go down. Cavaliers with the basketball. Sexton. Jackson with it. Trailing by 11. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Sexton. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Like a smooth operator, Dwayne Casey will make some moves right now. Rose into the front court. His team down 9. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
4-3. Like the toughness, but Colin Sexton off the mark. To Rose. Add 2 points to the board.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Sexton to Love. Lets it fly from long range. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Derrick Rose slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beyond the arc for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Oh, he had it. To Clarkson. For 3. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here's a chance from long range. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the 3.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits. Dwayne Casey needs a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Trying to cash in, count the basket.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
And the finish, slam dunk. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Wide open look won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Nice pass to set things up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here comes the screen. From long range, he was all over him. Rose into the front court. Down 11. Has a chance. The rebound taken in by Cleveland. To Love. Kevin Love looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Sexton to Clarkson. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Good. Off a spin.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Fires the three, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Deep three at the buzzer, and a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here comes the screen. Sexton to Love. 4-3 and drains it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Has a look. Derrick Rose. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Sexton to Clarkson. No, I missed a short one there. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. From the painted area, won't go down. Fires the three. Wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record, destroy it.
You've got to get that one to go. To Colin Sexton. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Trying to cash in. Count the basket. They gave him a look, and why not?
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Cavs at the controls. Sexton to Clarkson. Love. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
And the finish at the rim.
I can see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
I got ball. That's me.
Sexton to Clarkson. Goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Sexton to Clarkson. Has a chance. Just off the mark. Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Has a look. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Clarkson's shot, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go. Off the assist.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson, not that time. To Colin Sexton. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Short jumper off the mark. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
People may not remember the old school Kevin Love, the one that used to beast you on the block. Now, he lives almost exclusively on the perimeter.
He throws it down.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sexton to Love. Has a look. Shot by Thompson, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Sexton to Love. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. No good. Defense catching a break there. Sexton to Love. Deep left corner. For three, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Langston Galloway. A couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. And he makes them both. Sexton to Clarkson. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the right side. Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Sexton to Clarkson. Trying to cash in. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Cleveland has the basketball. Probing the defense. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Jackson to Luke Kennard. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's 2 for 2 now.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Sexton to Love. Has a chance, and he hits.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Runner's good there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Double team. Here we go.
Sexton to Love. Pass stolen by Detroit.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Off the mark on his free throw. Sexton, down low Thompson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or a thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Sexton to Clarkson. From long range, Jordan Clarkson. That was a difficult shot. Hits the 3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Good offense beating good defense.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
To Luke Kennard. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Reggie Jackson at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. First try at the line, no good. He missed the pair and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton to Clarkson. Love knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
That's out. Last touch by Tristan Thompson. Griffin to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
And the rebound comes down to Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Pistons have it. Has a look. Reggie Jackson, not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Rose. Short jumper won't go down. Sexton to Love. Fires the three, and Kevin Love, no hesitation, hits the catch-and-shoot three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Cavaliers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pistons have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Assists.
The Detroit Pistons are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Sexton did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. To Love. The drive, right to the basket. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending. Jackson with it. Down a bundle. Trying to cash in. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. To Clarkson. 4-3. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box and one, or maybe just double team it.
To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. To Clarkson. Slams it home on the putback.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Jackson to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Andre Drummond with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It's Detroit's ball. To Drummond. Easy pad to the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
And he buries it.
You know, everyone gets lucky from time to time. You played the probability game perfectly on that possession.
Rebound Drummond. Jackson with it. His guys down big. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Love. Driving right to the basket. No good. Thompson to Love. Has a chance and scores.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Griffin. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You see, a good catch and shoot play always starts with the eyes. A single look here, a single look there can throw off the defense entirely, opening up the entire perimeter for your teammates to do their thing. Great vision on that play.
Pistons ball here. Kennard to Griffin. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Sexton to Clarkson. Oh, he had him there for a second. Not going down for him this time. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Deep two there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Colin Sexton. Runner here. Won't go.
And if I'm on the defensive end, this is where I apply more pressure. I want to make sure this guy does not get going in the second half.
To Griffin. And it's cleared by Thompson.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Love. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
The drive, right to the basket. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Lets it fly from long range. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Cavaliers with the basketball. Sexton. And he finishes at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Beyond the arc for three. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Screen coming. Oh, had him going there for a second. Love to Clarkson. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Shot misses there by Clarkson. Jackson. Kevin Love with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Drummond to Luke Kennard. Jackson. And the rebound cleared by Thompson. To Colin Sexton. For three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Jackson to Griffin. Short jumper misses. Sexton gets it in the left corner. Here's a chance from long range. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Rose to Reggie Jackson. Nice pass to get things going.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Love. Deep right corner. Has a chance. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. To Jackson. Andre Drummond gets a look. Can't hit. Sexton. The possession in favor of Detroit. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Sexton to Love. Has a look. Shot by Love, off the mark. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Sexton to Clarkson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Cavs at the controls. take stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot?
And a putback slam.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Sexton to Love. Swallowed up by Drummond. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Markieff Morris has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. From long range, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. On the follow, way to stay with it.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Rose on the drive, but it won't go down. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Cavaliers enjoying a healthy lead. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. And, Jay, they have got to get something going quick. They have not looked good at all through 3 quarters.
Well, here's the problem. Guys are out here a little bit lethargic, a little bit lackadaisical, and sometimes great teams think they can just turn the light switch on whenever they want. That's not the way great teams need to operate to win championships. That light needs to stay on all the time.
I got him. Here we go. Lock up. Here we go.
Sexton. Screen coming. Going to launch beyond the arc. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Derrick Rose slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Love. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Has a look. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Cleveland has the basketball. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game, and they get a really good lather.
Sexton. Goes to the left side. Oh, he had him there for a second. Trying to cash in. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
from somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Has a chance. Pistons have the rebound. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Got a piece to knock it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Love. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line. Markieff Morris, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And gets both to drop at the line. Sexton to Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Has a look. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jordan Clarkson trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Screen coming. To Reggie Jackson. Fires the three. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Collected by Drummond. To Rose. And throws it down.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Shot by Clarkson, off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Rose to Jackson. 4-3. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. Fires the three. Not easy.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall. Out of bounds the call. Off Kevin Love. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Rose into the front court. His guys down big. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Sexton to Clarkson. Lets it fly from long range. Jordan Clarkson. That was a difficult shot. Hits the three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Clarkson. Beyond the arc for three. The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Rose. Now pass taken away by Cleveland. To Colin Sexton. Love. shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Shot from in close, no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Sexton to Clarkson. Kevin Love off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Nothing going here on that drive. Thompson to Colin Sexton. Deep two there, won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Nothing going here on that drive. Jumper's good.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Time for some new personnel into the game. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Derrick Rose at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Cavaliers with the basketball. Has a chance, and he hits.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Count it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. Deep right corner. Has a look. That won't go. And it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that was not a good shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Clarkson. For 3, hits it, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Jordan Clarkson with a chance at a 4-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Got it. Jackson. Pass stolen by the Cavs. To Clarkson. Pistons have it. Short jumper won't fall. Probing the defense. shot by Thompson misses.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sexton to Clarkson. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Sexton. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. And draws the foul.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Reggie Jackson at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Sexton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you're going to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
From long range, that's the record. His 14th three-pointer in the game.
We have a national weather warning, excessive heat on the court.
Kennard to Drummond. Short jumper won't go down. Fundamental shot right there. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Cavs are victorious. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
And it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers have every reason to celebrate right now, but they know their job isn't done till they've made friends with that Larry O'Brien trophy. They'll be representing the East on their way to that goal. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pistons weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Game track. Assists.
The Detroit Pistons found themselves scrambling around the floor, unsuccessfully trying to prevent the kind of passes that led to quality shots for the opposition. It was a problem throughout the game, no doubt about it. Sexton didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.